In this video, we're going to look at credit cards or revolving charge accounts. So we can charge as much as we want until we hit our credit limit, okay? Now, since we can have varying balances on a revolving charge account or on a credit card, our interest or our finance charge is calculated on our average daily balance, okay? So in this problem, we're going to have a 30-day billing cycle, and the finance charge is 1.5% of our average daily balance. Okay, so there are three things we're going to have to keep track of. The number of days we're at each balance, what that balance is, and then this item called an extension. I prefer to deal with one column at a time. So if we look at our problem here, we started this period on June 20th and we had no activity until the 26th. So we kept that first balance for 6 days. Then we went from the 26th to the 30th, so we had that second balance for 4 days. Then we went from the 30th of June till the 4th of July. Remember, June only has 30 days, so we had that next balance for 4 days. Then we went from July 4th to July 12th, so we had that balance for 8 days. Now, how many days have I accounted for so far? I've accounted for 6, 10, 18, 22 days, but I have a 30-day billing cycle, so this last number of days is always a plug. The days in my billing cycle minus the days I've already accounted for, so I had that last balance for 8 days. Now let's look at the balances. So I started with a previous balance, so a balance hanging over from the last month of $700. This previous balance is the only time we're going to actually write the balance given in our chart, okay? Then I made a $200 payment. So my balance went from $700 minus $200, so it went down to $500. Then I had a $400 charge. So my $500 balance went up to $900. Then I had a $150 payment. So my $900 balance is reduced by $150, so it's down to $750. Then I made a $180 charge, so my $750 balance increased to $930. Now my extension, I'm just going to take column 1 times column 2. So 6 times 700 is 4,200. 4 times 500 is 2,000. 4 times 900 is 3,600. 8 times 750 is 5,950. And 8 times 930 is 7,440. Okay, so this is just keeping us from having to write 700 6 times, and 500 4 times, and 900 4 times, and 758 times, and 938 times, right? So we're just using the miracle of multiplication to take a little shortcut. Now remember, we're trying to find our average daily balance. So to find an average, what do we have to do? We have to add up all of those balances. So I'm going to take 4,200 plus 2,000 plus 3,600 plus 5,950 plus 7,440. And I get $23,190. But again, remember, we're going for the average, so the last thing I have to do is divide by the number of days in our billing cycle, which in this case, it's a 30-day billing cycle. So I will get $773 as my average daily balance. Now, when I'm calculating my finance charge, remember up in the problem, they told me the finance charge is 1.5% of the average daily balance. So I take this average daily balance times 1.5%, and I get $11.60. It actually comes out to 11.595, which rounds to $11.60. Okay, so that is calculating your average daily balance and then finding the finance charge on that balance. Now notice, we get to use the rate that they give us. We don't have to do our time adjustment because that time adjustment has already been done for us. So we just use the rate that is stated in the problem, and we come up with $11.60 as our finance charge.